Monsters and Memories just dropped one of the most significant patch announcements since I've been covering this game, and I'm not talking about a few number tweaks. We're talking a complete rethink of how combat feels, how dangerous the world is, a brand new trading system, major housing upgrades, and the devs finally going on record about where the game is headed. If you've been sleeping on MnM, this is your wake-up call. If you're already in, buckle up, because a lot is about to change. Let's start with something that's been a massive gap in this game's economy. Player-to-player trading at scale. Patch 0.25 is introducing consignment bags. Here's how it works. You can now pick up a consignment bag from certain merchants, equip it, and become a seller on behalf of other players. The player who owns the item sets a price and a time limit, hands it off to you, and you go find a buyer. Sell it for more than the consignment price? The extra profit goes straight into your pocket. The original owner gets their cut automatically sent to a customs agent nearby. And if you can't sell it in time, the item finds its way back to the consignment through that same customs agent system. No drama, no lost items. This is a genuinely clever design. It doesn't just add a marketplace, it creates a player economy role. Merchants, dealers, traders. This opens up an entire playstyle for people who want to engage with the economy rather than combat. That's exactly the kind of depth that separates MnM from other MMOs trying to do the old school thing. Okay, this one is big, and I want you to pay attention because it changes the feel of the game at a fundamental level. The dev team looked at combat pacing at level 45 and above and said, "That's the experience we want everywhere. Thoughtful, slower, more lethal. Dots matter, debuffs matter. You can't just face tank everything." So what did they do? They significantly increased enemy HP scaling in the level 10 to 50 range. Enemies are going to live longer. Fights are going to breathe more. You're targeting 30 to 60 seconds per kill instead of blasting through packs of 8 to 10 mobs in seconds. On top of that, caster stats got a full overhaul. Intelligence now provides a real damage scaling bonus for abilities, but base effectiveness went down to create room for that growth. Wisdom now scales healing in the same way. Translation, your stats actually mean something now. Going out and finding better gear isn't optional flavor. It's how you grow. They also killed a hidden mechanic that was quietly inflating physical damage based on player level. Nobody could see it in any stat. It just existed. That's gone. Now weapon DPS scales through actual better items dropping through tougher enemies, with smooth soft caps instead of weird invisible thresholds. This game is asking for you to slow down and engage. That's not a nerf. That's the design coming online. If you thought you could just lull your way through any outdoor zone, those days are numbered. The dev team straight up said the outdoors has been too tame. Movement speed buffs, long range lull, unity spam. It made the world feel like a theme park. They're changing that. Lull is getting reworked hard. Range cut from 30 meters down to 15. Duration slashed from 120 seconds to 30. A recast timer added. 8 seconds between casts now. Line of sight is required to cast. Unity is going single target and gated behind level 16. The unresistible and multi-targeted versions? Gone. You can still lull, but now it's a tool with real cost and limit, not a get out of danger free card. Sneak and Stealth got a proper geometry rework too. Front is now defined as a 120-degree arc. Stealth hides you from that back 240 degrees. But here's the catch. If an NPC outlevels you, it starts getting its awareness back. At 10 levels above, Stealth is basically just Sneak. At 10 levels above, Sneak is worthless. Conning Gray? Fine. Getting cute near a high-level mob? You're going to get caught. And NPCs themselves are getting smarter. Humanoid mobs are picking up class-based ability. Some will hit you from range. Some will slow you. Some will dispel your movement speed buffs. The world is starting to push back. This section is important because the devs dropped some actual data and said the quiet parts out loud. Right now, most of the player base is sitting in the level 25 to 40 range. Only about 7% are above 50, and only around 100 players have hit level 60. They're not embarrassed by that. They're designing around it. MnM is explicitly built for the journey, not the destination. Dungeons open at level 4. High difficulty group target exists across the whole level range. Items hold their value. You can group with players significantly above or below you. This isn't a game where you rush to cap and then start playing. But they also did something I respect. They got honest about the endgame gap. If you're 60 and running out of things to do, they told you directly, you might want to take a break and come back. No spin, no fake hype about content that isn't there yet. What is coming for high-end players? More zones, Exit Edition style playing content, additional dungeon, world bosses on spawn timers, rare conditional encounters, and triggered group targets. The framework is there, it just needs to be built out. For the rest of us grinding through the 20s, 30s, and 40s, this patch is making that experience significantly better. The devs get credit here for being completely transparent. Tradeskills failed to launch. Their words. Leadership couldn't align on the design, bandwidth ran out, and it never got where it needed to be. For early access, don't expect much more than what's already in game. But the vision they laid out is genuinely exciting when it gets there. Tradeskills have to be engaging, not just clicking a button repeatedly. Fully integrated with the world and player housing. Rewarding across both combat and non-combat progression, while equal in value to combat content, including at endgame. They also acknowledge that some of those exotic trade skill trainers you've seen, astronomy, spycraft, those were planted years ago to spark conversation, not promise features. They may remove them if they keep creating false expectations. This one is a wait and see, but at least the devs are being real about where it stands. Housing got a significant quality of life pass in 2.5, and I think it's going to matter more than people realize. Property keys are new. You can now lock individual doors in your property, set specific rooms to private even if your house is public, and control access by area. Outdoor spaces like patios, balconies, vendor areas are forced public by design, which is actually smart because it keeps those spaces alive and social. Properties now have furniture and inventory slot caps. This sounds limiting, but it's actually setting the foundation for differentiation based on house size and upgrades, which are coming in future updates. And the roadmap for housing is stacked. Player-run taverns and inns, rested bonuses for logging out at home, buff timer pausing while offline at your house, trade skill station, trophies for notable achievements, and better guild security options. Housing at MnM isn't an afterthought. It's shaping to be a genuine social and economic hub. When you zoom out and look at all this together, consignments, combat pacing, a more dangerous world, endgame honesty, housing depth. This isn't just a patch. This is the game finding its identity. MnM has always had the right philosophy. What .25 is doing is bringing the feel of the game in line with that philosophy across the whole level range. If you've been curious about this game, now is a great time to be paying attention. Links in the description. I'm Sadier, and I'll catch you in the next one.